What's up, everybody? It's your boy Austin D back on the video. Before we get started, don't forget, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking. Also, don't forget to hit me up on Snapchat. My Snapchat code should be right here. Also, if you're in the academy or you're going to the academy and you wanted to see some academy notes that I took while in the academy, hit up my Patreon. They're all on there. Go in there and look at them. If you got questions about some of your stuff in the academy or some of my notes, you can ask about it. They're all on there, all right? But let's get started. All right, everybody, welcome back. Today we got 5 myths about police officers. Let me tell y'all, working in the streets, I hear a lot of things that people say about us that I'm just like, please stop watching TV or stop talking to your friends and stop going on social media and just taking in whatever you see and or hear. Like, it's crazy. Cops in real life are not like cops on TV. Like, they make us seem cool and all, but that's not us, I promise. That is not us. We are not the cops you see on TV. Like, if you watch Live PD, even on Live PD, when they get a call that's boring, guess what? They switching to somewhere else that ain't boring. They probably in a chase. South Carolina. God, I don't think I'm getting sick. They gonna switch to somewhere else that is getting into some stuff. Let me tell you, we can have excitement, but after that excitement, I promise you, it is like boring of like processing the person, evidence, reports, all that. Like, that fun comes with a cost. Let me tell you. So, quick story. Just the other day, I'm driving through a hotel parking lot. I see this suspicious person in the car. I go up and talk to him, and I start doing my drug investigation. Well, he started lying to me about why he was there at the hotel, and I lied about why I was there too, because he lied. So fast forward, we're still sitting there talking and stuff, and a security guard comes up, and the suspect asks the security guy why he called on him, and the security guy's like, "We didn't call on you." And I'm just like, bruh, you about to mess up everything. So I had to find a task for that security guard to go do. But then I gotta BS this guy some more to get over the fact that the security guard just like blew everything, right? The guy was already going to jail though. I knew there was drugs in the car and he had warrants. So I was just waiting on another officer to show up so he placed this guy in handcuffs because he was probably gonna fight. When the officer gets there and get the guy out, he fights, obviously. Knew that was gonna happen. Get him in the car, and on the way to the police department, he said, "Man, you lied to me. I know my rights. You can't do that." And I said, "We lied to each other. You'll be all right. Like, you lied to me, mofo?" So brings us to myth number 1. The police can't lie. That is false, people. The police can lie to you. There is nothing that tells the police that they cannot lie to you, okay? I personally try not to lie unless it's a situation where I'm just trying to BS you for a little bit. If I know you're going to jail, I'm just trying to get somebody else there so we can arrest you. Or if I just think that you're quick enough or gullible enough to fall for like some quick, some quick fib. I think it was either the same week, it was the same exact day actually. Same exact day. No, it was the next day. I had a ride along. It was the next day. Get a call from the city next to us and they're like, "Hey, we just had an accident or hit and run. The guy ran into the fire station, took off running somewhere, but he stays in your city." So I go to the house. As soon as we pull up at the house, dispatcher let us know that somebody's calling in reporting the car stolen. Typical. They're not knowing that the next city over has already called us. So I go to him and he's feeding me lies. I got back to my car, act like I'm doing something. I get out of my car, I'm like, "Bruh, it's your time to be honest. You either gonna take this felony or this misdemeanor for lying to me about this stuff, because I just seen the video from the fire station. You know they got cameras, it's a fire station." And he puts his head down, he's like, "Can I talk to you over here?" I'm like, "All right, go." Overall, that dude was pretty chill, respectful, something like that. He was just scared, but he was arrested for the misdemeanor, and that was that. But that was just like a little quick lie. I didn't have no video from the fire station. They probably didn't even have cameras. They don't know they ain't got cameras. You would think a fire department has cameras though, but who knows? But just remember, the police can lie to you, okay? There ain't nothing to say that they can't. That ain't nothing for you to go put in a complaint in over. That complaint will not be sustained, man. They can lie, all right? All right, myth number 2, having to get your rights read. Oh my gosh, I talk about this in every video, y'all already know. And it is something that happens every freaking day. So just 2 weeks ago, I arrested somebody for DWI, right? Pull the guy over, get the guy in the car, do my DWI stuff, arrest the guy. Go to the police department, he gets on the phone, and he is just talking the most about me on the phone. Said I didn't Mirandize him, and basically I kidnapped him, and all the charges gonna get dropped, and a whole bunch more stuff. He just kept saying over and over, "He didn't read my rights, he didn't read my rights, he didn't read my rights." And they on the phone are obviously like egging him on with this bull crap, and he's intoxicated, so he's just getting more and more rowdy listening to them on the phone. And I'm just sitting back. I would usually tell him to hang up the phone, but I'm just like, it don't even matter. Like, it don't even matter. But bro, 100% in his heart felt like he was gonna beat this case because I did not arrest him. And I blame social media and I blame TV, okay? Listen, you don't have to be Mirandized unless you are under arrest and being questioned. For DWIs, most of the time you're gonna do your questioning before the arrest. So you're not under arrest yet, so that means you don't have to be Mirandized. Now, if I place you in cuffs and then start asking you questions, there you go, There you go. But once I already do my investigation and place you under arrest, that's pretty much it. There are occasions when I will ask questions afterward, in which case I will Mirandize you. So that is a myth. Don't have to be Mirandized every time you're under arrest. Doesn't mean you're going to get that case thrown out. No. Myth number 3. Police officers have to show you their radar when they pull you over for speeding. Oh my God. Ain't nothing more crazy than you getting pulled over for speeding and you've been like, let me see your radar. I literally just saw a video about this today on Facebook. Demanding to see the officer's radar. What? I just want to know where they do that at. Because you're not getting out that car to come back to my car. No, I'm not playing that game. For officer safety, that's just a no-no for me. That's a no-no for me. And I'm not even the guy that like, if I pull you over for speeding, some officers be like, you know how fast you were going? To me, there ain't no reason to do that. Like, I clocked you, I verified it was you. I know how fast you were going. For some officers, that's a way to get the person to admit their speed. I don't need you to admit it. I clocked you, I verified it was you. It was you. To me, when you start asking questions on traffic stops, it opens the door to arguments. I don't need no arguments. The side of the road ain't the place for arguments. I'm going to identify myself, tell you what I clocked you at, get your license, and that's it. So police officers having to show you their radar is completely false. All right? Don't believe that. And just FYI, for people that's been asking, I typically pull people over for 15 over. That's my cap. And in most cases, in 98 or 99% of the cases, I lower it down to 9 over. All right? So pull you over for 15. But I write you the ticket for 9. Unless you want to argue me about something, in which case we're going to argue it in court and we're going to argue it for the full amount for your 15 or whatever you did. But I try to help people out and do 9 over. And that is also different for everybody. And you can't be going around telling people that everybody's giving 15 over or that you can do 10 over. I saw on Facebook, my friend said the other day, she was telling her friend, you can do 10 over. According to who? Because there's some officers out there that will pull your ass over for 10 over and some lower than that. So, no, that is purely a discretion thing. Myth number 4, not 4, but 4. It is illegal for an officer to run your tag for no reason. Oh my God. I can't tell you the amount of times I pull people over, and this is literally what they say. But why you run my tag anyway? That's illegal. You can't do that. You got to have probable cause. Thank you for being wrong, but you are wrong. Listen, anybody can drive up behind you and copy down your tag. Now, they can't really run it nowhere, but anybody, it's a public place. We don't need a reason to run your tag. I literally ran this chick's tag 2 weeks ago. A lot of stuff happened 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it's one of those 30-day tags that we got here in my state. And these 30-day tags, you can't really run. Like, it doesn't come back to a car. It's just a temporary tag. And you get a temporary registration paper to go with it. But what we can do is we can run it and see how many people have driven that car that have had contact with us. So we can see the amount of times that we stopped it, and you can see what kind of car it was. Now, these tags are not to be reused. So if it's been stopped before, 1, more than 30 days, or 2, on a different type of car, the tag is fake. So I pulled her over, and immediately she got attitude and was like, why you running my plate anyway? You can't do that. That already lets me know some shit about to be going wrong. No license, no insurance. If you know how I feel about insurance, you already know the car's getting towed. And she had warrants. So yeah, that's why I ran your tag right there, because because it is. You run around with all this stuff. You just wrong. Like, that's just it. So we don't need a reason to run your tag. Run your tag for any reason. That's just that. I mean, that's just that. So last but not least, we got number 5. Oh my gosh. Here's a myth. I don't really know how to phrase this, but it's the belief that we can collect fingerprints off of anything and that we have to collect it on every call. So listen, people will call us for the minorest things and expect us to come out, fingerprint whatever is left behind, somehow go to our car, run it through our computer, and get a result back in a minute. They want to know who had that stuff on or who touched it. That's what they want to know. And they want to know right then. Listen, I went to a fight call. This was recent as well. And got there, the person already left. Like, the whole neighborhood was trying to fight this person. They know this person's name. They didn't want to tell it though. But the person, I don't remember what it was. So they left something behind. Well, it's a fight call. It ain't no fight no more. The person's gone. So am I. We can go to the next call. But as we go back to our car, everybody's screaming, he ain't even collect the evidence and he ain't checking for prints. For what? Why? So 3 things with that. 1, we weren't going to get prints off that item. 2, I wasn't calling our crime lab to come process this item knowing we weren't going to get prints and knowing it's For 3, just a fight call. It's a fight call. I mean, and the person's gone. Yeah, that item was not getting fingerprinted, okay? Now, there are situations where people will call for minor stuff and expect fingerprints, and it's just, I promise, just easier to go ahead and fingerprint it. We carry fingerprint kits in our car. Typically, you call the crime lab out to fingerprint the stuff, but we are giving fingerprint kits. If it's something I know is really minor, I'm gonna go to my trunk, get the fingerprint kit, and I'm just gonna be dusting. I'm gonna be showing it to you while I'm dusting it. Oh yeah, this is a nice bottle. Might be a print right there. And I'll take my tape and I'll just put it over there. It's gonna make them feel good. Makes like you're doing something, but in actuality, there are no prints coming off of that item. So it's really a waste of time. But believe me, they will call and complain on your ass in a second. So it's just easier to go ahead and just print them things. Not call Crime Lab out to print it, because believe me, you don't want to hear that mouth. You don't want to hear Crime Lab coming out and they be like, you really called me out for this. So if your agency gives you a fingerprint kit, or your agency doesn't have a Crime Lab to call, and you're in charge of fingerprinting, just dab. Just go ahead and dab that fingerprint dust. But all right, y'all, that's the 5 myths. There are a ton more, I promise you. Every day I go to work, I hear something new. And I'm just like, please, stop watching TV and stop going on social media, listening to your friends who don't know what they're talking about. But that's it for this video, y'all, all right? Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking. Hit me up on Snapchat. And if you want those notes, you can go to Patreon to get those, all right? See y'all next time. Adios.